Hi everyone. Today I will discuss my research proposal regarding low socioeconomic status and development of executive function. So, what is socioeconomic status? In brief, socioeconomic status is an umbrella definition which includes education, income, and occupation, all of which can be compromised in a lower socioeconomic environment. Moving on, executive function is the collection of skills enabling impulse control, emotional control, flexible thinking, working memory, self-monitoring, planning and prioritizing, task initiation, and last but not least, organization. As you can see, all very important skills for childhood all the way through adulthood. Executive function has been an interest of developmental psychologists for quite some time. Much of the research done has been in regards to the parent-child relationship. Research confirms that the parent-child relationship is a key point for a child's developmental needs. Executive function, for example. Much of the research has been correlational studies to find out the connection between relationships and executive function. Past studies' strengths have been their discovery of nuanced aspects of the parent-child relationship. It is not just good or bad, positive or negative. Research has shown us that certain relationship traits are more important than its counterparts. Plain and simple, relationships are really important for kids. Some of the challenges researchers faced were due to time constraints. A study can only investigate so much, and a tight timeline can certainly inhibit the inquiry. The father-child dyad is underexamined. Research shows us the mother-child relationship is the most important, but is that just because that's who they are mostly studying? Additionally, most of the research I studied had high socioeconomic households with low family stress. So we know that parents are important. We know that having a stable home is important. But what we don't know enough about yet is how important is it? Should society, should parents be more or less concerned with their socioeconomic status when it pertains to their child's development? This gap in research is what I want to investigate. Specifically, I want to research if supporting a parent's socioeconomic needs will improve their child's executive function. I will test the hypothesis that families' socioeconomic well-being is a main indicator of the child's executive function development. I believe that sustaining a family's socioeconomic status will increase the executive function skills of children. This study contributes to the discussion on how we can increase a child's executive function skills through supporting the parent by socioeconomic means. When looking at my study design, I will need some kids, some parents, and a really great team of researchers. I will perform an experimental study on 60 single-parent families with an only child from a low socioeconomic position. I have chosen single-parent, only child households to reduce variables of relationship dynamics between the child and other family members. We will be studying low socioeconomic families as this is the main population that we are concerned about. In my experimental design, the independent variable will be providing 30 parent-child dyads, a sweeping support program to reduce the strain of low socioeconomic status. Financial assistance will be provided for transportation, groceries, and housing assistance. In addition, we will be providing enriching toys for the children, parent support and parent education classes, We will assist with job security and retention, and, if the parent desires, will even support them on their path of continuing education. Of course, educational childcare will be provided, as well as childcare assistance outside of regular school or work hours. While there are many levels within the independent variable, the socioeconomic support program will be measured in its entirety. A control group of 30 parent-child dyads will be provided with a monthly financial stipend to use as they wish. These dyads will receive no support program outside of the stipend. The experiment is expected to take 1 year, with an additional year of observations. The dependent variable will be the child's executive function outcome. Measurements will be taken through observation done in the lab, in the participant's home, and at the child care facility. Surveys and tests to establish socioeconomic status, life stress, childhood executive function, and parent-child bond will be measured by means of pre-test and post-testing. Surveys and tests regarding executive function will be performed periodically throughout the duration of the experiment. Like other studies, mine too will face limitations. Firstly, my proposed study will be quite expensive. My goal is to be granted federal funding to support our financial needs. Secondly, this study will require a lot of manpower. Between all the observation, data collection, coding, and study length, researchers will have to commit more than 2 years of their time to the study. The goal will be to open a developmental psychology lab within the university to continue researching this field. Thirdly, because we are experimenting with a holistic approach, we might not be able to differentiate the benefits from one level or characteristic to another. In the future, as addressed just a moment ago, we expect our study will lead us to examine specific combinations of socioeconomic support and executive function development. One field in particular we would want to study is parental continuing education and child executive function. Another possible step is researching specific styles of child care and early childhood education. Could we create an educational environment for children that would increase the child's executive function skills regardless of life's negative factors? There is so much more research to be done, and our initial examination will lay the foundation for a wealth of inquiry. Thank you so much, and please let me know if you have any questions.